If you guys are hoping to watch a video where we talk about that nerdy dude that dresses as a spider and may or may not shoot webs out of his cheeks, and if the multiverse is real, there is a universe out there where Jack Black is actually Spider-Man. I'm hoping someone out there in the universe will get that joke. But no, we are not here to talk about Spider-Man action figures because, well, it seems like every other video is about Spider-Man. But today we're going to be talking about his antagonists or the villains in the Spider-Man universe, because it seems that Marvel or Hasbro has really pushed that to the forefront, and we are supposed to be getting 3 new Marvel Legends villains. Now, we were already getting third-party versions of these particular action figures or these particular characters, but from the reviews that I've seen and a lot of the online comments, it seems that a lot of people were disappointed with these third-party action figures, not just because of the likeness issues, but also some of the accessories just didn't work properly and things of that nature. So there's nothing better than actually getting an official licensed item. The quality is always at another level, primarily because whoever holds the rights to the property is going to be looking at the products, and they might not be very happy if something is not up to standard. So I think that's really what we're getting here from Hasbro. We're getting 3 brand new Marvel Legends villains. I'll go over the one that we already talked about, which was the Sandman No Way Home version. This is going to be a retro carded action figure that is already up for pre-order. I mentioned this in the previous video where I talked about it. I really love this figure. I know it's kind of plain. I would love a little bit more texturing, maybe more sand effects coming off of him. I definitely wish that he had a little bit of more sculpted detail, considering he is the Sandman, obviously. But I do like the figure. It comes with those extra attachments if you want to put the big fists on him, and considering there's quite a bit of plastic involved with this figure, I'm really surprised that they kept it at that which is like $25 depending on where you're buying it at, but just the normal retail price for a Marvel Legends action figure nowadays. I think that's a great price point, and for Hasbro to do that, it's kind of a nod to the collectors. As I mentioned, the figure is definitely not perfect. Another big issue is it doesn't have the updated articulation. Yes, it seems like from the renders that we saw and from the pre-order pictures, we are going to get the pinless technology, but no butterfly joints, and then the ab articulation or the ab crunch isn't the double ab crunch that we've been seeing from the Spider-Man action figures. I'm not sure why that isn't going to become a standard for all action figures, but it seems that they're still willing to use older body molds. So again, no butterfly joints, no double ab articulation, and no toe articulation either. But again, you are getting the pinless technology, you are getting the extra plastic, and it is Sandman from the MCU, so it's definitely a must pick up. We also saw a Green Goblin from the MCU, which is again a breath of fresh air because this seems to be all brand new sculpting, pinless technology. I'm assuming the articulation isn't going to be what we're used to from the newer body molds, but regardless, it's still a fantastic looking figure. The sculpted detail on this is just breathtaking, along with the paint applications. Obviously, we have to see it in hand to make sure that there aren't big QC issues, but if the images from the pre-order pages look accurate, I think this is going to be just a phenomenal figure. It does come with that deluxe price point, which is a little bit hefty, $49.99. It does come with the glider, an extra head sculpt, the glasses or the goggles, and then one of his little pumpkin grenades, but it does seem a little bit lacking for a $49.99 price point. The only thing that I can think of is because it's a brand new figure with brand new sculpting, modern pinless technology, and it does come with the glider. I'm assuming that's why the price is where it is. We can complain and we can throw a fit as much as we want, but let's be brutally honest. Nowadays, if you're getting a brand new sculpt that is going to be very difficult to reuse, you're going to have to pay that extra premium. At $49.99, it's kind of verging on kind of an insane price, but I can understand where price point is coming from. So for me personally, I think this is a must-have figure if you're jumping in on the MCU and you want to work on your display for the No Way Home film. The last figure obviously is Doc Ock. This will come with extra hands and then extra attachments for the tentacles. This is supposed to have that new wire that bends and you can kind of pose it around and play around with it. We've seen Hasbro really implement this, and by the way, I know this kind of really got pushed to the back burner recently and nobody really likes to mention this, but the new wire technology that they decided to implement, I get it. It was a long time waiting, but the fact that they listened to their customer base, they listened to the community and actually implemented the change and the new technology, which seemed for a very long time that it was not going to happen. I really appreciate that from Hasbro. Like I said, I'm usually the first to criticize if there is something that isn't getting done. The fact that they decided to listen, read through comments and maybe watch videos or just get that feedback from the community and then actually implement it, I think it's a really nice touch. It's a great figure, great likeness. As I mentioned, the third-party action figures for this particular, or the ones that were supposed to be based on these characters, but the likeness was a little bit off. I don't know if Hasbro's going to nail it because we have to actually see the figures in hand, but it seems like they're a little bit closer than the third-party action figures. Not to mention you will be probably paying twice as much for those third-party action figures. Now you are going to be paying a slight premium for this one as well. It's going to be around the $40 price range depending on where you pick it up from. Not a great price point, but like I said, it's a deluxe action figure, slight deluxe action figure. You're getting that new bendy wire technology, so I completely understand if it's closer to $40. I think the GameStop and other different retailers had a sale going on recently. You could probably pick it up for a little bit cheaper. But that's basically the entire video. I just wanted to give you guys my take on it. I actually enjoy the fact that Hasbro's giving the villains a little bit of love. I just wanted to kind of encapsulate that and make a video kind of just acknowledging it, because for the most part, as I said, a lot of the OMs, a lot of these big retailers, they don't really take the time to really give the fans what they want and for them to give us villains. I think it's about time. Hopefully they start doing a lot more comic book based villains. I know they've been doing like the C-list tiers for villains, but it would be nice for them to kind of go back and do like updated versions of, for example, the Jackal, maybe Tombstone, something along those lines. We already got a Kingpin not too long ago, but it would be nice to get updated versions of some of their older villains, some of the older villains that they've been giving us. Not so much Venom, not so much Carnage. We have plenty of those versions, but like I said, an updated Tombstone, more classic villains that we haven't seen in the Spider-Man line in quite some time. Me personally, I'm not really big in the MCU, so like I said, it would be nice to get some of those more classic designs for some of these Spider-Man villains. But hopefully, like I said, this is a step in the right direction, and if the sales are good, Hasbro decides to do more villains. But let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. Are you guys excited about these figures? Do you guys really care about villains? What villains do you guys want to see in action figure form? Let me know down in the comment section. If you guys enjoy the content, you guys can always hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in and supporting the channel. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.